Welcome to Lesson 3 on Online Safety and Professionalism. This is the final video in this three-part series. We'll be discussing hardware components, computer maintenance, software conventions, and online resources. To many, the internals of a computer are a mystery, but understanding some of the basic components can aid you when a part fails or when it comes time to purchase your own computer. While there are many other components in a computer, these 5 are considered the most important. The monitor is a part of the computer that you look at. It on its own cannot really do anything and needs to be connected to the computer with a cable to perform its functions. HDMI, DVI, and VGA are common cables used to connect a monitor. The other 4 parts are inside the computer itself. The hard drive is like the library of the computer. It can store large amounts of data, but it sometimes takes a while to find it. The RAM is like the work table of the computer. This is where the computer lays out everything it's working on right now. The bigger the table, the more it can work on at once. The CPU is the brains of the operation. The faster it goes, the faster the computer goes. Keep an eye out for multi-core processors. Those can do more than one calculation at a time. And lastly, the motherboard ties it all together. Every component of a computer goes through the motherboard at some point. Just like you take care of your car, your computer needs help too. As the system ages, it may not be able to keep up with the latest software. One of the easiest and cheapest upgrades you can make is to add more RAM. Your RAM gets filled up really quick when you try to run multiple programs at once. So adding more means your computer can handle more tasks at the same time. Occasionally, though, you may need to do an entire system restore. You may have gotten a virus that you couldn't get rid of, or maybe the computer is just not running like it used to. In this case, you will need to back up all of your files and reinstall the operating system. The disks necessary to do this normally come with the computer. This will take the computer back to the first day you had it. Lastly, be wary of physical damage. Laptops are especially prone to this kind of damage. The hard drive inside is a spinning disk that does not fare well to bumps and drops. Do not move the laptop while it is powered on, and keep the hard drive away from large magnets. Though keep in mind, this is the only part of a computer susceptible to damage from magnets. Everything else, including the LCD monitor, cables, and flash drives, are not affected by magnets. As previously mentioned, the hard drive in your computer is sensitive to breaking. Do not take the chance of losing your data and back up your data. World Backup Day is March 31st every year. Don't be an April Fool. There are lots of ways to back up your data. You can use online cloud storage services like Dropbox or Google Drive. You can save your files to both your hard drive and an external hard drive. Or, if in a pinch, email yourself an attachment so it is saved to your email server. Take care of your data. If your hard drive fails, it will take all of your data with it. It is impossible to be familiar with every piece of software ever made. The people that you know who seem to always know how to use a computer have not studied every single piece of software. They are just not afraid to press buttons because undo is only a keyboard shortcut away. There is a lot of technical lingo associated with software that is sometimes ambiguous though. Concepts like save as, where a second copy of a file is made not affecting the first, may not currently be familiar to you. But if you find yourself in an unknown situation, just try hovering over a button and a tooltip will tell you what it does. Though you should recognize the save icon, which is a tiny floppy disk. Also become familiar with some keyboard shortcuts. They make navigating a computer a much more pleasant task. These handy shortcuts will make you look like a wizard to anyone unfamiliar watching. Hold the Control button and press the second button to activate these. Control Z is probably the most widely used one. Be careful with Alt F4 though. Pressing it right now will end this video. When it comes to it though, occasionally you will find yourself in need of help. The errors could be anything from your speakers not working to a cracked cell phone screen. Here's where sites like Google, YouTube, iFixit, and other repair sites come in handy. The most important piece of knowledge that you will need though is your device's model number. That way you can search for things such as install RAM and Dell E5440. There is no need to write out an entire sentence into Google search. Do not try searching for How do I install 2 new RAM sticks into my laptop that currently does not have enough RAM? This type of search will get you nowhere. Take care of your devices and they will take care of you.